This is Behind the Curtain podcast, where we go behind the curtain on the Toronto acting industry. I'm your host, Anastasia Piaro. Hi, honeys. Welcome back to Behind the Curtain. I'm your host, Anastasia Piaro. And if you are watching, not listening, you're probably like, where the heck are you? Well, I'm actually not in Toronto. We're not even in Canada. We are in Los Angeles. I can't believe we're here. This is kind of exciting. We're actually recording a podcast here. And this is like my moment to introduce the very wonderful, talented, very beautiful Clare McConnell.
I'm so happy to see you.
I'm so happy to see you. This is so exciting. Clare, you have, first of all, we've known each other for 12 years.
Yep.
This is very exciting. We went to theater school together. And after that, you've had, for me, one of the most beautiful, creative, very driven careers, I think, of all the people that I know that do this. And
oh my gosh.
Recently you just made the move to LA, which is huge, especially coming from Canadian market to an American market. It's like, wow.
Yeah, I just thought this is the political moment to do it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Are you kidding me? You show up.
You know what?
As we're in this American podcast.
Yes. God bless. And I'm very happy to be here.
I'm dead. I love this. Clare, you are a Canadian Screen Award nominated actor and comedian. You are best known for your roles as Effie Crabtree on Murdoch Mysteries, which is very insane how many seasons you guys have been doing that. This is crazy. I'd like to say
Season 20.
Season 20. This is crazy. And you were Dennas. Is that how you say it? Dennas?
Dennas. But my Irish family call me Dennas the Klingon.
Dennas the Klingon.
So you can also call me Dennis.
I love it. Dennas the Klingon on Star Trek Discovery. I can't. That's so funny. You are an alumni of Second City Mainstage in Toronto, and you were nominated for Breakout Artist at the Canadian Comedy Awards.
Yes.
You've done kind of all, really, truly. So
that's it. I'm done. I guess that's it.
Your career is...
This is an industry wrap on Clare McConnell.
Thanks for being here, guys, and see ya.
Yeah.
I want to kind of get started by asking you that you have, like I said, done it all. You've done the comedy, you've done the drama, you've done the horror. You've really dipped your toes in all different types of genre, which is truly incredible. When you started doing this, is this something that you were like, I want to try everything, or were you dead set on only doing one type of genre?
I feel like, I didn't intend for anything. Obviously, I wanted to do everything I could get my hands on, but like I couldn't have planned to do all of these things.
Yeah.
So I've just been very, very lucky, and I've also just said yes a lot.
Good.
Yeah, I feel like often a tape will come in and I don't know, maybe like you get a tape and immediately you like fire yourself from the role. I don't know if you ever do that where you're like,
all the time.
It's not going to be me. So I've really done my best to like override that as much as possible. And it's resulted in getting to do a lot of fun stuff. And I want to keep doing it all.
It's very true.
Yeah.
I like what you said, that you've said yes a lot. And I find that a lot of creatives, a lot of actors right off the start kind of start putting themselves in this box of like, I'm only this or I'm only that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, look, when you start off, and this goes to anything, like casting, if you're in production, you have to say yes. You have to give it a try, because you'd be surprised by what you're actually good and what you're meant to be doing.
Yeah.
And casting sees you very differently too, right?
Totally.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'd love to play someone with a gun, but I don't know if I would ever be given a gun. Like,
I give you a gun. Welcome to America.
Thank you so much. Dad, I can't. But you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So I like that you said, I said yes, because you've done very incredible things in your career, and this is where you are now. So the yes brought you somewhere.
Like, I've been so surprised also by the projects that really lit me up.
Yeah.
Things that I might have felt like I was on this show Slasher, which is a horror, like very kind of operatic horror show. Like, and I remember that tape coming in and kind of writing myself out of it as soon as I read the sides. I was like, I don't know how to do this.
Little do we know.
And then, but sometimes, I don't know, just throwing yourself in and being like, what if it was me?
Yeah.
You never know what could happen. I had the best time shooting that.
Yeah. You also you were a part of Second City Mainstage in Toronto, which is a really big thing, especially for us in Toronto. It's like huge for comedy. Do you find that you doing Second City has shaped your acting, like doing the comedy and the improv has changed the way you approach roles?
I mean, I would like truly would not be an actor anymore if I didn't do improv. It's like
Okay.
it's been the thing that's kept me sane in
Yeah.
the inevitable lulls that I can be like, I'm gonna go do a show tonight. And I can be on stage and I can play a ghoul or a goblin or a grandpa and nobody can tell me no.
Yeah.
Well, I guess they can.
No, but
they have to say yes to me. Yeah, it's been so instrumental in like remembering that this is for fun. And also just like having ownership over parts, because at Second City we write all our own material. So when a role comes in, I feel like I want to infuse it with like me doing my thing. If I can.
No, but 100%. It really loosens you up. Like you have no choice but to play and you're not constricted. So it does kind of let it all out. So
yeah.
Would you recommend for someone who's starting out to have comedy improv classes on top of like, on camera or scene study, whatever? Like, would you say that's maybe part of the formula?
I think it's like a disease that you either have or you don't.
That's a great way to put it. I love it.
And if you think you might have it, then you should investigate. But I feel like often because we obviously are like grateful to do any work at all, it can be easy to lose track of what you are actually interested in. And if like comedy is that, then that's great. But like if you're like, no, I want to do like messed up horror stuff, then like invest that time in making horror shorts on YouTube, and then maybe you're directing back rooms. Yeah. I just think remember why you were interested in the first place.
Yeah, interesting. I like that. I want to get into Murdoch Mysteries.
Okay.
Because this was a huge part of your life, a huge part of your career as well. What was that experience like for you, and still is?
It's been the greatest gift I could possibly have been given as an actor. I started off very nervous on camera.
Oh, okay.
It was like the second job I booked.
And wow. Okay.
I was so green, and I think the best thing you can ever be given is a bunch of chances to like do it and try it.
When you got the role, did you know that your character was going to be such a substantial part of it?
No, and that they didn't know either.
Okay.
Or at least as far as I know.
Yeah.
It was a 1 to 2 episode arc. And it just kept going in the most fun way. And I got to like try different strategies for dealing with that anxiety. Because so often, I don't know, in a class or like even in therapy, you're like, here are the things I'm going to do when I'm like freaking out. But you don't really know what works until you're in the moment. And it's been such a gift to like get to try out a bunch of strategies. And then like feel calm enough to actually be like, oh, I'm in like the best film school I could imagine.
Yes. Yeah. Literally. That's so true. What is something you learned being on set for Murdoch for that long?
That to stay connected to the people around you. That's the best. That's the best part of it is the people, and locking yourself away in your little anxious sort of sad ego cage.
Yeah.
You're robbing yourself of an experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're really putting when you lock yourself in, you're like, I'm forcing myself to face my fears. You're like, I have to do it, so.
Yeah. But I mean, like, not isolating yourself in your anxiety and thinking that you're.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, staying connected, like chatting with people. Everyone's there for such interesting reasons.
What do you think this show meant and means right now to the Canadian industry?
I know for a lot of people it's meant like the gift of a gig.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
Obviously it means I think a lot more than that, but there's something to be said for like the hundreds and hundreds of actors who have gotten a chance to do something
Yeah.
fun on that set.
I was background for that show.
Oh yeah, and Daniel too, Daniel Krumpadic.
Oh my God, no way. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, fun. Okay,
Yeah.
fun. So, my God, well, it gave me an episode. So that
Totally.
was like my first one of my when I after this was like start of COVID. I was like, okay, what's it like to be on set? I have no idea. And just like you said, it's like the best film school. I got on and I was like, oh, this is what it is. That's what it means. I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, oh wow, I have a lot to learn. So
Because the thing about it is no other show, I think aside from Heartland, has run for that long.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
on Murdoch, it's a lot of the same crew from the
Yes.
beginning. So they are so chilled out
Mm-hmm.
that they really have space to like answer your questions.
Mhm.
And you can learn a lot if
Mhm.
you're not locked up in your little
In your
anxiety prison.
cage. I love it. I want to get into Slasher because you talked a little bit about this. And like you said, this was so left field when you got the audition. You're like, this is not me. You wrote yourself off. It has a huge, passionate fan base behind it. What was it like for you to step into something like so out of the box for you?
I think it was almost helpful that it felt so crazy to me that I had booked it. So I was like, well,
You're like, I'm doing it.
yeah.
I'm going in.
And it wasn't a matter of like, I thought the material was so cool and fun, but I just like couldn't picture myself in it, which you know how that sometimes
Yeah,
happens?
of course, of course.
And as a result, I just went insane on my prep and like learned Tai Chi and did all this extra stuff because I was like, what if I pretended I was like Edward Norton? What if I just went crazy?
Oh, wow. Okay. I thought you were going to be like the opposite of like, no, I was just like, whatever, let's just do it and like throw it away and like, you know.
Oh, I feel like trying really hard is more fun.
Yes,
I think being like, what if I just
we just give it your all.
Yeah.
Wait, you learning Tai Chi is kind of crazy.
There was like a martial arts element and which I wasn't going to have to do. Our incredible friend, Nicole Mahler, was my stunt double.
Love it.
Who did everything and was like just such a beast. And also is such an amazing actor. So she brought so much like character to these kills. Spoiler. Yeah.
Interesting. And once you like sent off the tape, were you kind of like, do you still feel like maybe you're not going to book it?
It was it was a Zoom.
Oh, it was a Zoom audition. Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
So it wasn't even, oh, wow.
Which
okay.
I don't know. Do you prefer, like, how do you feel about?
I hate Zoom.
Really?
Hate Zoom. Like, let me just do the self-tape. I mean, if we could go back to in person, which is something we're going to talk about it later on once you're here in LA and what's the audition like here. But if in Toronto and Canada, we can go back to in-person auditions.
Please, God.
Life is made. Great. Awesome. I'm happy. All is well in the world. Great.
Yeah.
Self-tapes, I obviously hate. I mean, they are what they are, but if I had to choose, like Zoom, get out of here. Like I have, internet cuts out. All of a sudden the fire alarms, they're testing it that day. Someone's doing renovation in the floor above and you're hearing this. You have to prop like, I don't know, like 7 tripods and 8 books on top of everything.
Yeah,
and
I
you're
don't
like,
even have 8
cuts
books.
Up, and then you get on and you don't see, it's just like names of every single person in there. And you're like, do I look at my MacBook camera or do I look at the person? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's odd. So if I had to, I'm like, I would just rather do the self-tape. And then, I mean, if I could do in person, that would even be better.
Your partner's an actor too, right?
Yes,
So you got a built-in reader. That's
okay,
nice.
so that's, I mean, that is pretty blessed because we obviously read for each other and we could do it anytime. Like, there's been times where I have to go to work at 7 a.m. and we're up at 4 and he just literally rolls out of bed in his underwear and he just stands behind the camera and reads it.
Wow.
And then he will edit it for me because I have to go to work and vice versa. Like when we actually fly back into LA, he has a tape that's due Tuesday. Or sorry, fly back into Toronto.
Yeah.
On Monday night, we're gonna literally do this tape. I'm gonna come in with my luggage, drop the luggage, do it. But that's the beauty of it because we have a literal built-in for each other, the reader and stuff. So,
Totally.
yeah. Do you prefer Zoom?
I mean, in person over everything.
Oh, okay. I was like,
yeah.
you're like the first person that ever said that. But you would rather do a Zoom than a self-tape.
Yes.
Oh my God. You're like, I think the first person that I've met that has said that.
I just feel like I'm a better actor when I have an audience.
Some sort of liveness to it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, interesting.
I really find with self-tapes, my energy is just so much lower because I don't know, you're like in your living room and you're sort of cozy.
I know, I like wear sweatpants
Yeah.
below. I'm like, I'm not even half dressed for it. Yeah, I know.
Sometimes I try to trick myself by like pretending I am sitting in the room first for a second. I'll be like, okay, and there's another girl across from me who looks kind of like me and is like, I like that. I like
Interesting. Now I want to ask, because you're auditioning here now in LA. Is it different? Is it in person?
I've had a couple in-person things, like more callback-y things.
So not like first person, or sorry, first audition.
One first audition was in person.
Okay.
Which was so like nice.
Yeah.
Like even just to sort of check that box of being like, when I first decided to move here, I was like 22, and that was the industry that we knew. Like driving around and making
with your script.
Yeah. So it was nice to like get to do that at least once.
100%, of course. No, I totally get that. So you find that here they've kind of bounced back from COVID into getting back into making it an in-person vibe.
I would say kind of similarly to Toronto.
Oh,
a lot of like tape first and then, you know, a screen test or an in-person
callback. And then it goes from there.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay.
Yes.
Claire, so I want to talk about your move to LA because this is huge. And this is something I find that a lot of people who are going to be watching and listening would also like to do this, and they don't know anything from left and right, like kind of like who, what, where, when. When you decided to make the move, was this something you were like thinking about for a while? Is this something like when you became an actor, you're like, this is the goal of mine?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was, even when we were in theater school, I was like, how do I get to New York City?
Okay, so but it was New York first?
Yeah.
Okay.
New York first, and then I came to visit LA, and I was like, oh, I like to be warm.
Yeah, of course. Well, New York is like, weather-wise, it's the same as ours. Yeah. So totally, I understand that. And then this conversation, when you were getting represented by agents and everything, was this something you actively were talking to your agents and your reps, being like, I want to do this?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was, they knew kind of early on, but also I feel like they're so used to that. And if, like, it's just not taboo at all.
Yeah. They're not like surprised by it.
Yeah. And I think friends who've had agents who are not encouraging of that, I really have encouraged them to question their representation, because you want to be with someone who wants like the biggest, brightest version of your career.
Yeah, of course.
Which doesn't have to involve coming to the States, but if you feel like it does, then
that's a good thing to have. Yeah.
You should give it a go. Like,
I love it.
It's such a risky career. And in my mind, I just hit a point of being like, if I'm going to risk my stability, and if like success to me means kind of flying all over the place and life being a bit hectic, I want to at least be doing that for a gig that I'm so excited to be doing. And coming down here opens up more doors to things that I'm interested in.
Yeah. I think in general, people have to understand that the door is bigger here, you know, whether we like it or not, but it does open up a different kind of door if you want to go towards that next step. And like you said, if you want to risk the stability, Like,
All the way.
go all the way.
Go
Why not?
crazy.
Like, I mean, what do you have to lose at this point? You know what I mean?
Well, everything.
I mean, everybody. I'm sorry. I'm like,
I
we're
mean,
already
not-
losing a lot. You know what I mean? Like, we're all
But
working multiple
exactly.
jobs and this and that. Like,
Yeah.
if the opportunity is starting to fold for you, why not? Right? Why not go for it?
Yeah.
So, do you still audition in Canada?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you still do both. Okay. Cool.
And I would love to book a show that shoots in Toronto and go back. I love my world there, but I was starting to feel like I had hit, who knows, maybe there is a higher ceiling, but I had done a lot of the things that I wanted to do,
Mm-hmm.
and I wasn't really seeing a version of my career staying there that like lit me up.
Mm-hmm.
And friends who had made the move here, there were just more examples of career arcs that were exciting to me and made me
Yeah.
think like, oh, I could do this for another 10 years
Yeah.
or maybe forever. Who
Yeah.
knows?
Interesting. And so, once you got here, is it what you expected?
In some ways, yeah.
Okay.
I feel like there was a part of me that did have to accept the loss of that like in-person aspect for the auditioning, but I do a lot of live comedy stuff. So
Yes.
that is still very much alive here. There's so many shows,
Mm-hmm.
and I've been doing stuff at the UCB and taking classes wherever I can, going to shows at the Elysian. Like, there's just a whole other world of live funny stuff here.
If someone whoever's like watching and listening right now, Claire, what is like a piece of advice you can give them about making a move from Toronto to LA?
Come and visit for a good chunk first.
Okay, yeah. See if you like it.
Yeah, for sure, because it's not just a given. Like, I feel like you really have to actually like the place.
Yeah, of course.
And I can totally see why for some people it's a nightmare. Like, they
Yeah.
don't want to drive. They want, like a Toronto-y, like a cozier feeling to the place. Like, LA is not a very cozy place.
It's huge. It's a big city.
Yeah. But I think if you like the vibe, give it a go. That's
it a
like
go.
such bad advice.
No, but it's true. You have to like where you're going,
Yeah.
right? Like, I told this to my fiance. Like, I'm a social media producer, and like, I don't know, if Jimmy Kimmel called being like, "Do you want to be the social media producer of my show?" I love New York. I would like love to live there. But if I don't know, if this was in like the middle of nowhere, even in Alberta, I'd be like, no. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that. Like, I need to love where I live. And if I'm there, I'm not there for a few months. I'm there to really build my life, family, whatever. So you have to enjoy the place you're also in. you know?
totally make it a life choice.
A life
Not
choice,
just,
yeah.
I'll give anything to be on a show. Because it's like, if you come here and you're miserable, I bet they're gonna see it in your eyes on your tape.
They're
babe.
gonna sniff that out.
Yeah.
And these
That-
casting directors, they're
dead
smart.
eye.
They know what's up. So
The slate will
interesting. Yeah.
reveal all.
Yeah.
But whatever. We don't have to, like, you could be in a place that you love and also
It's true.
have a bit of a sad self-tape every now and then.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's some of the biggest differences you see in the two industries between Toronto, LA, or just even Canadian market, American market? Like,
Yeah, I feel like down here, it's a lot more personality based. And
Okay.
when I help American friends with tapes, there's an energy and a use of like their personal instinct that I find there's like a boldness.
they go for it.
That's really cool because people, I think in Canada, because we're trying to slot into these available roles on American shows
yeah.
they're trying to fill their tax credits, and we are so happy to hop in there and help them do that.
Yes, we are. Please don't stop coming.
No. But we're often kind of tamping down our instincts to be like, don't worry, I won't be a problem. I know that I'm playing the bartender
Yeah.
or whatever. And here, I feel like people are like, I'm doing this because I'm a star. And
Okay.
It's just a different energy
yeah.
that I find is very like medicinal to me. I'm like,
That's interesting. I find that that's like kind of the, like what people say, like Canadians are so nice. And we're like, oh my God, yes, I'm so sorry. Thank you so much. Like whatever.
Yeah.
You should have seen me in the Whole Foods today. I'm saying thank you to everybody. And everyone's like staring at me and I'm like, oh God. I'm like, why am I thanking
They're like, "It's
everybody?
okay."
I'm like, I threw something out and I'm like, thank you to the garbage can that I threw something. Like, I'm like, yeah, no, I've heard of that before, that it's like, they're not afraid to own the room.
They take up space and they're very comfortable.
Yeah.
I did UCB 101, they're like improv, intro to improv. Because when you move here, no matter what credit you have, you start at 101 there. And it's been like so fun and a very it's made me like fall in love with it all over again, which I was so relieved by. I was like, what if it's dead?
Yeah. I love it.
It's not. But in the 101, I was so impressed by these Americans who come in who literally had never done improv in their life, and they're so confident.
Oh, okay.
Which it's like so crazy to me because some of the most talented people I think in the world are improvising in Toronto and are like, I don't know.
Like, can I do this?
I messed up the second beat and it's like, oh my God, no. This dude is stepping on stage and being like, no, you're not a dentist. I'm your mother. And he's so sure of himself that it's funny.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. It's, you know what? It's a very different ball game and it's intense, but I think it could be a reason why they get forward so much more, right? Because they're really not afraid to go for it. And like you said, you're in this improv class and this guy's like, I will prove to you that I'm the best. Even though I've never done this before, I will show you what's up. You know?
I'm blocking every single offer and frankly crushing still.
Yeah, and still doing it, you know, totally. That's really interesting. Do you find young actors or people who are starting in this industry, do you find they romanticize LA and wanting to come here a lot?
I don't know if people are romanticizing it as much anymore.
Okay.
Like when I was mentioning moving down here, I feel like a lot of people were like, oh, are you sure?
Interesting. Okay.
With lovingly, you know.
Why? Were they more so like what, politically nervous or more so of like, are you sure you want to do this?
Oh, not career-wise, but yeah, like it's just a very different moment to be doing it.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
And again, God bless. Love it.
That was iconic. I can't. That was amazing.
I think though, there still is like, people can think that you come down here and you're guaranteed something. I don't know though.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Like if you're already making the move, like, you know, I'm almost here to gain something right away where it's like you're in a bigger pond now.
And it's crazy. I auditioned for Just for Laughs has a character showcase each year, and I auditioned for that in Toronto last year and then auditioned here. And I was like, oh my God. In Toronto last year, I was one of two people doing characters on a full stand-up lineup. Like that's how few people were even going out for it. And here they did they auditioned 40 people and then another 40 people for callbacks. They like brought in more. And that's only in LA.
Wait, they brought in more people for the callback?
Yeah, babe.
Wait, you skipped the first audition, you go straight for a callback?
And I was like, oh my God, I got a second callback.
And
then I was like, cool. So it's literally a bigger pond than it was. But
that's wild. Okay, wow, okay.
It's crazy, but it also means like more community and more people who like everyone on
there's more shooting, there's more stuff to play with. That's why there's so much. Yeah, I feel you. Yeah.
And there's more room to just like be a freak about it. If 40 people are going to do it, you might as well really do your thing.
Your version of it, yeah. Do you find casting directors are different?
You know, I can't say that I have had well, that's not true. I had a fun general a few weeks ago, and it was just very like, that's one thing that happens here. That is a difference. Generals are still a thing. Like, you can go and meet a casting director.
And sorry, can you describe what generals are, just in case if someone doesn't know what that is?
Just a casual meeting. not involving like you pitching anything. And they just get to know you. And
It's like a meet and greet.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which I wish we did that in Canada.
I know. We used to do that a lot, and they don't do that anymore.
Or you'd even just get it if you went in for an audition. You'd get those like precious 2 minutes of chatting. And they're like, oh, you're actually a little bit different than the character that you just played. Because when we tape, there's like, unless you do like a really long slate, they're going to assume you're sort of in the realm of whatever you taped for.
Interesting.
I just went out for a show and got to do a Zoom. Hooray.
Yay for Zoom.
But it was so fun because I just love a chat.
Yeah.
So we were just sort of shooting the shit, not wasting their time, taking, like a second between takes to
do your thing.
Yeah.
I do find that interesting, and it's true. Sometimes you actually end up booking from the actual in-between conversation rather than the actual audition. I recently booked a commercial a few weeks ago, and
Congrats.
it's because and it was an in-person callback.
Yeah.
And I was like making jokes with the directors and the producers, and I made a joke being like, I took too long doing my action, and he was like, that was great, but that was way too long. This is a commercial. And I was like, you don't want it to be 5 minutes? I'm like, you make more money and I make more money. And he starts laughing. And then he's like, do you do TikTok? I'm like, do I ever do TikTok? I'm like, yes, let me show you what's up. And I pretended to a TikTok, and that's how I ended up booking the part.
Exactly.
Like it was like me bantering with this director, having fun. And funny, what I went for and what I auditioned for is not even at all what I ended up getting, So the in-person creates that sort of like the minute you walk in through that door and you stand here, they're watching you.
Yeah.
They're already kind of analyzing you head to toe. So I totally agree that it's like that in-personness, even the generals,
and they just get a sense of like who's going to be hanging out with them between takes, which actually it does matter. I think if you're neck and neck with someone for the part and they're like, that girl made us laugh, and
her energy's different,
she could hang, then
booked.
Yeah,
booked and busy.
That's so fun. When do you shoot?
We already shot it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we shot it a few weeks ago, and it's an American product. It's American pharmaceutical. I think I can say this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think when this comes out, I'm hoping it's gonna be out. But funny enough, we were in a restaurant last night and the product came on, and I was like, am I there? I'm like, but no, it was like from I guess a previous shoot, but I will never see it because it will never be airing in Canada.
I'll film it for you.
So if you see it, Claire,
absolutely,
you give me a call and you let me know.
Yeah.
I am a TikTok girl, so you can find me on there.
Get that money.
I know, right?
American
I'm
national.
getting that American money. Call me. If you ever need to shoot a location, you know where I'm at. Okay, we're going to take another quick break.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, Claire, hi.
Hi.
I want to talk a little bit about kind of get into the soul and the heart part of the industry. Rejection.
Ouch.
I know.
Okay.
Everyone always like, oh God. We've all obviously in this industry, we've gone through ups and downs, and you have very slow periods sometimes, and there's nothing you can do about it. And it hurts. It sucks. Have you had those? And if yes, what did you do to keep yourself grounded and hungry and ready for the next opportunity?
I feel like it comes back to improv and live stuff and character and stand up and just having that agency to be like, I'm going to do a show tonight. I'm going to write a piece and I'm going to test it out on Saturday night on my friend's show. Without that, I imagine those lulls would feel very lonely.
Yes.
And sometimes they still do, for sure.
Yeah.
But at least I feel like at the moment I have these parallel tracks going. And one is things people say yes to me for, opportunities externally. And then there's all the stuff I'm saying yes to myself for. And there have been times in the last few years where it has genuinely felt like I'm so on my own track that something will come in and I'm like, oh, I haven't had a tape in 2 months. That's crazy. And I'll go over there and do it. But it feels like almost, and again, I'll take as many as I can get, but it feels almost like an interruption to my own
like
little engine.
line, that you're going through. Yeah,
like
interesting.
My friend Chris and I are working on developing a sitcom, and like that's been so energizing. We wrote our pilot, and
I love this.
I feel like there's just so much in my own garden that needs watering, and I feel like an urgency about that. So a lull on the other stuff is not as noticeable. Obviously, I still have my days,
100%.
have my weeks.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But something that you said is that you have this stuff on the side, and this is something I talk about in my channel a lot with my honeys, my subscribers, that you cannot make acting, that's it, like all of it, and that's the only thing. You will not survive.
No.
Like it is, like you said, it's a very lonely time, and it can be very lonely. And like, if you don't have other people who are within that circle, it will drive you nuts. And because I have my improv, I have my comedy, you're writing your sitcom, which by the way is so interesting. I love that. But you know what I mean? Like you're doing stuff outside of it. So that 2 months, 3 months, whatever period you're not auditioning, you have things that continue to creatively fuel you. So I think that's an important lesson for whoever's listening and watching to hear that from you, to be like, yeah, I mean, you get slow periods, but you got to do stuff on the side to keep it going.
And the stuff that actually made you want to do it in the first place. Like when you were
find your why,
a kid, and you were watching, and who knows, maybe it is like, no, I want to be in like high budget. I want to be in like Oscar winning films. Like, great, make a tiny one. I know that's such an annoying thing to say, but I really think I've had some moments in the last while, like everyone, I'm sure, of being like, do I still want to do this?
Yeah.
And it comes back to the tiny sliver of this like huge pie that I am actually interested in, which is in general like strange comedy, because I can't. It feels like the hardest and most interesting piece of it to me. So I'm just obsessed with it, and I'll just do that forever.
I love it. Did you ever have a time you want to give up?
Yeah, for sure.
You're like, all the time. Yeah, no, I hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, but it doesn't, then I just like give up for the afternoon.
Yeah, you're like, we're going to walk away for a quick second.
Yeah.
Breathe, scream in a pillow, and we're back.
And like fully, it's hard to do, but I really am trying to be like, I'm actually not an actor this afternoon. I'm done.
Yeah.
And inevitably it'll suck you back in if it's meant to. And every single time, within literally an hour, I'm like, actually kind of have an idea for a sketch. And like,
but you need a break sometimes. You need a creative, like mental, emotional, you need to disconnect, because it's hard to be so creatively on it all the time. It drains you out. You need a second to just breathe, you know?
And like, there's the why within the industry of like, oh, I'm interested in making this kind of thing. And then there's like, why be an actor at all? And for me, that's again, okay, we're going to get a little woo-woo.
No, get woo-woo. Yeah, tell them what's up. I love it.
I moved to LA, people. I'm a little, I know my
You're
chart
drinking
now.
the hippie juice.
Yeah. But I think for me, what brings me to acting is that we're born and we're like separated as like, I think we're all the same thing, and then we're like, we become people and we're separated. And acting to me is like a practice of seeing how well I can share to you, like, here's what it's like in here.
Yeah.
Tell me what it's like in there.
Okay.
And becoming connected. Like, that's where all the magic is. And so that's a thing that I'm interested in for my life purpose.
Yeah.
And what are other places where I can do that? And there are so many.
Yeah.
Like, there were periods where I've had the friends and family like going through health stuff, and I have had to like step away and be there in those moments. And for a while I felt some resentment around, not towards them obviously, but just in general, of like, why do I have to be pulled away from this thing? And it's like, because you're being pulled to like the purest form of the thing.
Yeah, of course.
Which is connecting with someone who's heading, I don't know, heading far, far away.
Yeah.
But actually becoming a part of like the one big thing again.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
No, but I think that's a really beautiful way to put it and to see it. Like you saying you are being pulled away to find that purest form of connection again, because, life is art and art is life, right? And whatever you see and feel that in that moment of whatever it is in personal life, it does help a lot in the acting, and you bring it back. It really like connects it somehow in the stars way. Like. If I can get woo woo as well,
Please.
but like universally, yeah, no, I really do. I really feel that a lot of the shit that I've gone through in my life with, people being sick and my fiance's, stuff that we've gone through, everything like PR, whatever, right? 100%. Some of my best self tapes were from the work and the emotion that I pulled with that. So,
but even being like, it's such a huge thing that I think sometimes my more depressive periods within the career are when I feel like all of me can't fit into this.
mm-hmm.
And it's like, well, yeah, because you're asking your like universal purpose of being to fit through the door of the film and television industry, which is just a recipe for misery.
Yeah.
Because it will never fit through that door because way too small.
Yeah.
You're so much bigger than all of it.
Yeah. What is something, Claire, you wish that actors maybe knew about this industry? Like something maybe that we should talk about more, or realized something about the industry if they're getting into it?
I think exactly what we were saying, that it's a very small ecosystem and you have to really do some playful investigation into why you're even into it in the first place. And that's the thing that will make it like fun and sustainable, and you'll find your people.
Yeah, I like that. Find your why.
Yeah.
Find why you're doing this in the first place, and really remember that. You have a lot of fun stuff coming around you, creative projects, everything. The sitcom that you're writing is really fun. What is some stuff that you can tell us you're working on and doing and all the good stuff?
I've got a couple exciting shorts coming out.
Okay.
One of them is called Hot Chocolate, which Elise Levesque wrote, and she's so talented. Brought me in on Michael Driscoll, also co-directed with her, and I got to work with Jan Arden, which was such a dream.
Oh my God.
She's so funny and just one of the coolest chicks there's ever been.
I love.
It was so fun. And Chris and I are writing our show.
Yes.
That is really the thing that I'm the most energized about at the moment.
Your show that you're writing, what's the plan? Do you want to like be in it as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's just been so fun. I'm also kicking off a kind of an audio pet project.
Okay.
A podcast, I guess, but it's
oh my gosh,
more in the like ambient space, just
Love
sort of
it.
like a non-narrative thing.
Yeah.
Which is connected to what we're talking about. It's like something that I've been interested in doing, but been like, well, how does it fit into my
just
whatever?
do it.
And it's like, who cares?
Who cares? Just do it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, just press play and you go for it.
Yeah.
I love that. I'm really happy. These are really interesting, fun things. You got some good stuff going around. So Claire, what is something you can leave for whoever's watching and listening, whether they're struggling, they're lost, they're confused in this industry? What is something that you can leave them with?
I mean, have fun, be crazy, hang out with your friends. And
did you get that? Have fun, be crazy, and what was the last one? Hang out with your friends?
Hang out with your friends.
Hang out with your friends.
Literally, that's the only point to being around.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah.
So.
I love it. Okay, Claire, well, we're going to play a little game before we end up. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a this or that. We're going to ask you this or that.
Okay.
You said the same thing.
That.
Yeah. And you can elaborate if you want. Like if there's something you chose and you're like, this is why I chose that instead, you can. Or we can zip right through it. Okay?
Okay.
Are we ready?
Yes.
Toronto or LA?
LA?
Question mark? Comedy or drama?
Comedy.
comedy or horror?
Comedy.
Okay.
But also for the last two, like the comedy version of those two is the best thing to me.
Okay. What about drama or horror?
Horror?
Oh, interesting. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Love it. Theater schools or regular acting classes?
Regular acting
Regular
classes
classes,
all the way,
yes.
baby.
Can we say that again? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Yeah,
You
good
do
times.
not need a BFA. Nobody will. Well, I mean, maybe, who knows? We're all on our own journeys.
Yeah, but I'm like, I don't think my BFA got me anywhere. In fact, I think it got me a whole lot of nowhere, truthfully. No one cares apparently about those. Not to say that you shouldn't do it. If you want to get the degree, by all means, but don't go into it thinking that this is actually going to make you the next big thing, star and everything. So.
And well, the friends we made along the way.
Yeah, that's true.
We wouldn't know each other.
Yeah, it's true. We don't know each other. Some of my best friends, too, Pony and Maddie, are, you know, part of theater school. So it's true. I wouldn't have met them and you if it wasn't for that. So yeah, okay, you're right. TV set or theater stage?
Stage.
Okay. Early morning shoots or night shoots?
Night shoot. I like to feel nuts. I like
Okay,
to
this is like a thing. Interesting.
Yeah.
You're like the fourth person that
Really?
has set a night shoot. And it's all like, I want to be wild and weird.
Yeah. Sleepover energy. People go so crazy by like 3 a.m. and are like telling secrets.
Interesting. I have yet to experience that. I've done it for background, but I haven't done it for like an actual role. But I'm like such an early morning. I was up at 5 a.m. today. I was like ready to go.
Well, but you also have reverse jet lag.
Yes, but in general, I back home, I'm like 5:45. I'm up. I'm 6:30. I'm at F45 doing my thing. So I'm like, I'm a huge early morning gal.
Good for you.
That's why I'm like, maybe my night shoes, I might actually get really weird. Might be extra weird on those. So that's so funny. Rehearsed or fully improvised?
Improvised.
Okay. Acting or writing?
Acting.
Coffee or matcha?
Coffee.
Okay, I was gonna say, I'm like, have you become an LA matcha girl?
I did have a big old matcha on the way here, and I asked for an extra scoop just to feel
of matcha.
Yeah.
Oh wow, you're really trying to shock the system. I love that.
I really am. I have to wake up.
Do you
it's so
find?
hard for me.
So matcha wakes you up over coffee?
Well, they both do, but matcha I feel makes me a little less sweaty, so I chose that for today.
Funny because matcha doesn't do shit all for me.
Really?
I don't feel anything. I just drink it. I'm like, this is a fun drink. Coffee though, I'm like, zinger. I'm ready to go.
I'm a very energetic person, though.
I think that's me. Like naturally, I'm like, too many coffees, and my man is like, please go away.
Go to bed.
Like, go to the bathroom, lock yourself in there, because he's super introverted, very quiet. He needs this. He's loving life right now. I'm away, and he's like 4 days by myself. He reads his book. I'm not around him. No, he loves me, but you need space.
Hey, I need space from myself sometimes.
Right? I get it. Okay, last one. Canadian winters or LA traffic?
Ooh, LA traffic. I just
Did you think I was gonna say LA weather?
Yeah.
Obviously.
Well, it's tough. Yeah, I just listen to my podcasts. I really don't.
So you prefer LA traffic?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I'm such a baby about the winter. I get major like seasonal affective whatever.
Seasonal depression?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So this is your calling, your place to be.
Yeah.
Well, Claire, thank you so much for being here. This has been amazing. I'm honestly just, I could cry right now. I'm not kidding. I'm just like so happy to have been doing this with you, known you for so long. I think you just have such a big career ahead of you. You already have had such a big one, but it's going to be like just really skyrocketing. And I thank you for being here and sharing your wisdom, your story, your advice with people who I think really need it and really need to hear it, so.
I was so excited when you reached out, and I just think you're so brilliant, and I can't wait for this to come out. I know,
I'm really excited. It's going to be fun. I'm excited.
You're the best.
Honeys, you know what I'm going to say? Listen on the Sonar Network, all audio platforms. You can watch it on YouTube and like, comment, share, subscribe, do all the things that help independent podcasts like me thrive. And I will see you next time in Toronto, unless I extend my stay, but we'll see you in Toronto. And I'll see you next time behind the curtain. Bye, honeys. Thanks for being here, honeys. I'll see you next time.